Hey, good morning. What are you doing in my kitchen? Are you looking at my bum? Anyhow, I wanted to share with you, because I was just on my way to do it anyway, something that is very good to promote detoxification in your body, to promote good hormone optimization, especially for dudes, for everybody, but dudes especially. We live in such an estrogenic promoting environment with the herbicides and pesticides that they put on conventional crops and in a ton of different foods, glyphosate and others. Actually, it's funny when if anyone ever remembers the big thing about Alex Jones screaming about turning the frogs gay. It's not that he was turning frogs gay as a result of this pesticide being the second most prevalent pesticide next to glyphosate, which also does a whole bunch of terrible things to the body that you'll find in high concentrations in conventional oatmeal and tons of foods, but especially oatmeal, grains, any of the stuff that doesn't say organic on the outside of it for produce is most likely got some of that on it, and it's got some deleterious health effects to the body, and one of which is screwing up your hormones, estrogen. If you haven't noticed lately, there seems to be a predominance of more feminine-ish characteristics happening in the population as a whole, especially, like the men. And as it turns out, if you look into it, the studies on testosterone versus estrogen, the predominant thought in society is that testosterone causes toxic masculinity and violence and aggressive behavior and all that stuff. It does, I guess, give you more confidence and make you more assertive and that sort of thing. And but the funny part is that what they found in studies, animal studies especially, they because they can go hard in animal studies where it's not quite as ethical. It's not super ethical with animals, but I guess they a little bit more so than using actual humans in the studies. But when they induced high levels of estrogen in animals, it induced violent behavior, violent and antisocial, like crazy behavior, made them manic, and also cannibalistic if they gave it in high enough doses. So estrogen. And we live with our plastics, heating plastics up. Okay, that is one of the things. Even like a Keurig machine, they come in those little plastic cups. You stick that in there, heat it up like crazy, and you're releasing tons of endocrine disrupting chemicals that raise estrogen levels, block testosterone and other beneficial hormones. And listen, guys, this is what has been a huge realization for me recently, is that hormones control basically everything. Your thyroid is like the governor of your body. You know how your metabolism and all of this, and I don't pretend to understand it all, but there are certain hormone optimization is so important, and you can do a crap load of it with diet, with exercise, getting out into the sun. Also, the biggest thing is it's like a minefield out there. There's so many things that are wonderful for your body, but the most of the standard American diet is absolutely terrible for you. I mean, it's labeled food, but it's actually a mild poison where you don't feel it right away, but you keep on taking just a tiny bit of poison in this, that, and the other thing every single day. And it accumulates, it bioaccumulates in our bodies and builds up. And then eventually, all of a sudden, before we know it, we're sick. We're sick with something that is as a result of taking in these little amounts of these really shitty substances on a daily basis. So if you can do something to counteract that Number one is stop throwing fuel on the fire. It's not like throw less fuel. If you want to get the fire to go out, because most of us have like severe inflammation, that a chronic inflammation in our bodies from eating so much shit. Because you go to basically any restaurant, seed oils, canola, sunflower, safflower, soybean oil, all of these things are absolutely about the worst, one of the worst food products. It's industrial byproduct is what it is. Anything fried, anything, typically at a restaurant, you can ask them, but those are some of the worst things that you can do for your health. I'll skip the full deal, but our bodies, our cells are made out, membranes are made out of fat. Okay, if you're ingesting fats that come from industrial byproduct sludge garbage that are just unstable and terrible, your building blocks of your body are going to actually not function properly. It's the main cause. It's not sugar, but it's sugar also. But I thought it was sugar, but it's actually that is the main cause of insulin resistance, which leads to diabetes, which robs us of our energy and our well-being and everything like that. Even more than sugar, industrial seed oils, olive oil, avocado oil, good olive oil though, because even that you can't trust. You can get the good stuff because they'll actually cut it with the industrial seed oils. If there's 51% of olive oil, they are actually allowed to, I got a timer, doing laundry, they're actually allowed to put olive oil on the container, even though it's only half olive oil, 49% total shit. So it's devious. You've got to watch yourself out there. So the point of this video, okay, so olive oil, coconut oil. Coconut oil is a big one. Butter, grass-fed butter. Because also, if you are eating animal products that have been fed GMO, pesticide-ridden feed, then it is stored in the fats. That's where we store our toxins. Our body's like, well, I don't know what to do with this. It's going to hurt us. So we're going to safely store it away in our fat. It's like storing like nuclear waste out in like the sticks in North Dakota or something like that, where we know it's there and maybe we've got to deal with it one day, but not today. So anyway, that's how the body works. And if you're eating animal products that they've been eating poisonous shit and then getting stuck with tons of hormones and all of this stuff, it goes straight into their fat. And if you're having some hamburger or whatever the case may be, just know that you are what you eat, but they are what they ate. So it's a progression. And so to stick to just whole foods, if you cut out simply the seed oils and excess tons of sugar, you can still have sugar. Sugar, that's what we run on. But natural sugars, honey, fruit, milk, as long as it's good quality milk, a bunch of stuff like that, even maple syrup and that sort of stuff, in reasonable amounts, then that if you just do that, cut out the processed foods, eat whole foods, and stay away from the seed oils. The seed oils more than anything, and like pesticides, but even more than that, just the seed oils, your health will improve dramatically. I guarantee it. So one of the things to foster the just looking at the time there, one of the things to help your body detoxify from not only just regular toxins like environmental toxins like in beauty care products, shampoos, even floss. Floss has got stuff, conventional floss, but they make good versions of all of these things, all available on Amazon, by the way. Not that I, whatever, they make it easy, Amazon. So one thing to help your body, the body knows what to do. We just have to get out of the way and let it do its thing and give it what it needs to do its job. And one of those things is cruciferous vegetables have a bunch of this stuff called sulforaphane. Okay, and and it promotes a hormone or a substance, amino acid, I don't know what the hell it is, called glutathione in your body, and that will open up your detox pathways so your body is able to shuttle some of the bad stuff that we consume or we're exposed to in cleaning product, a whole bunch of stuff, environmental stuff, out of your body more efficiently. And where you find basically the highest concentration of this is broccoli, but not mature broccoli. And you do get a good amount in mature broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage and that sort of thing. But it's like 200 or 2,000, some ridiculous amount more can be found in broccoli sprouts. Okay, broccoli sprouts, you can buy them at the store. They're a little expensive at the store, and I appreciate, that they have them there, but they're not necessarily organic. But these guys right here, you can order these. This is like $15, and it's seeds, okay? And it is certified organic broccoli seeds, and it's so effing easy. It's fun and easy. It's not that fun, but it's pretty easy. It's fun to see the results, to actually grow something and be like, hey, I did that, and know where it came from. So you don't have to. There's always a certain level of trust. Like I have to trust that this actually came from an organic source, but it's certified. Anyhow, it's important, because what I figured out is that, and I've said this a million times, but the one major factor in your life of whether or not you're going to have a good time and a productive time is how this thing is working, how your body is working, your mind and body, they are one. And that comes from guarding it from toxic people, toxic substances, information, what we dwell on and focus on, how we frame things in our head, and just whether or not it is in good working order. Because you can have all the money in the world. You can have the best wife, the best kids, the best everything. If your health isn't good, you can't enjoy anything. You won't have energy to do anything. You won't be able to, depending on the situation, there's really different levels of wealth in this world. And health is probably the most important one out of the entire bunch. Because if you're not healthy, you can have it all and it will all mean nothing. And conversely, to have your body in such a good working order, because I've had it in terrible shape. I've suffered my entire life with anxiety, depression, low mood, lack of motivation, lack of energy, all of these things. And it's plagued me my entire life. But simply putting the work in, directed focus into the self-care, just like your automobile, you've got to maintain it, put good fuel into it, get those oil changes. We are no different. We are a biological machine that must be maintained in a particular way, and it's not that difficult. It's enjoyable, and eating good food is actually just a joyful experience. I enjoy food more than I've ever enjoyed food in my life, because I eat it and I feel good. But most importantly is how one feels. If you feel good, and you have a good amount of energy, then you can go take on the world. It doesn't matter what is going on in my life all that much. If I'm okay in here, everything is hopeful. I can take on anything. If I am in a good state of being, if everything is okay in here, and it's all one. It's an integrated system, and it works together. So anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. But okay, so this is what I wanted to share with you. Okay, so broccoli sprouts. What you do is you get yourself a couple of mason jars. You can get these tops that are stainless steel tops. You can order them, and these things come in a set with also a little stand or whatever. But basically, it's as simple as this. Take yourself a scoop or two of broccoli sprouts in your container. Maybe put a little bit more. What the hell? some broccoli sprouts in the container right here. That. And then you fill it up with some good filtered or spring water or something to soak for like 5 hours or something like that. 5 hours, 10 hours, whatever. What is it? 6 to 10 hours. You just let it soak in a cool, dark, dry place. I don't think it has to be too dry because this is soaking in water. But and then after that, you rinse it. You pour it out. You rinse it, and then for the next like 5 days, 4 days, a couple times a day, you just rinse it out. Pour some water in the top, and then what's it called? Pour it out, and then in like 3 days, 3 to 5 days, you will have this thing completely full of broccoli sprouts. Where it would in the store, it'd probably cost, I don't know, probably $15 or something for conventional broccoli sprouts. But then you've got absolutely fresh ones that you made yourself that modulate your hormones. It helps your detox pathways. Very cancer preventative, and these are all like backed up with studies and all of this stuff that it is a proven thing. And it's you could even get it in supplement form, but it's not as good. Everything that we've got, there are certain substances that you're not going to find in any type of food or whatever, which is fun, like ashwagandha, for instance. You can use this every now and again, or you can use it pretty regularly, I guess, but you're supposed to cycle it. And it's a good stress reliever, helps you helps your body deal with stress. For guys, it raises testosterone a little bit and helps give a little calming effect. But as far as this stuff goes, this is just one little thing that you can do. You can buy them at the store, but it's really easy to make them yourself. Like 3 times a day, I'll just basically pour some water in it, pour it out 2 or 3 times a day. And on day like 3 or 4, I've got enough, and you can put it in salads. You can just take a handful or whatever, and it will promote well-being of your body. So anyway, with that said, I hope you have a wonderful day today, and thank you for hanging out in my kitchen. It's a beautiful day, and life is good. All right, blessings.